Hi everybody, I'm Rocky Kistner. I want to make a video about suicide. I've already made one video. It was depression, bipolar, and panic attacks. And so suicide is obviously a depression-related act. And let me tell you a little bit of a backstory on myself without having without going through my life story. Anyway, I went through some very hard times, and I wound up divorced, living by myself, and I've been suffering with depression for 36 years since I was 13 and watched my mother take her last breath. So I've been dealing with it for a long time. And when I got divorced and found myself living on my own, I hit rock bottom. I had a Glock 36 9 millimeter. I had the gun in my mouth. I was crying. Um, a Glock got a half an inch trigger pull. So I was one half an inch away from ending my life. And the thing about it with me was I didn't have the balls to do it. I was too chicken shit. And that made me start crying even harder because at that point, I really felt like a failure. I didn't even have the guts to do that. But, obviously, I didn't. Here I am talking to you. But uh, that's that's how close I got. I got one half an inch away from taking my life. And you know, a lot of people that's never even been in that situation, they say that suicide is, it's a, well, they say two things. They say it's a cowardly act, it's a chicken's way out. We'll make it three: chicken's way out, and well, anyway, I can't remember the third one, but there's nothing cowardly about that. Uh, to me, that would be the one thing that would take all of the nerve you could possibly build up to do. So there's nothing chicken shit about it. And the third one I was going to mention is that it's a selfish act, and that is true. It is a selfish act. And what I mean by that is nothing bad. I mean, it's you're hurting. You're to the point where you can't take the hurt anymore, and the only thing you're concentrating on at that time is you want the hurt to stop. Period. And people talk about what kind of effect committing suicide is going to have on your loved ones and your friends and family, and which is an excellent point. I mean, it's because everybody affiliated with you has any kind of connection with you, they're going to feel it. Won't in some form they're going to feel your death, your suicide. But like I said, when the pain gets to be that much, and you're sitting there contemplating on taking your life, when it gets to that point where you're actually going to do it, you're not thinking about, well, hey, how's my buddy at work, Ricky? How's he going to deal with this? You don't care. You just want the pain to stop, and you're not going to be going, well, I wonder how my brother's going to feel, because you don't care. You just want the pain to stop. And I could keep going with that, but obviously I'm not. But like I say, it's the only thing that is going through your mind, and I mean the only thing, is I'm hurting. I can't take the hurt no more. I want the hurt to stop. That's it. That's all that's going through your mind. If you're not thinking about, well, who's going to feed my dog? You're not thinking about none of that shit. And that's pretty much it. But I mean, for me to this day, I still every night I go, and where I'm at now in my life, I want to die. Uh, and I go to bed every night wishing I could die, and then I wake up every morning pissed off because I didn't die. Now let me say something here. Uh, a lot of doctors and a lot of people will get that confused with being suicidal. I'm not suicidal at this time. I do want to die, but there's a difference between being suicidal and wanting to die. Uh, let me go ahead and break that down even more. Suicide, you actually do it, you take your own life. Wanting to die is just that. You have the desire to die. You don't want to go on anymore, but you're not going to actually sit down and end your life, with your own hands. So that's where I'm at now. I've got a little one-bedroom apartment by myself. I have zero money. I'm on disability. Um, it takes everything I've got to pay my bills. Um, I can never take a woman out on a date because hell, I just don't have the damn money. People keep asking me, well, how come you don't date? How come you don't date? Well, it's just too difficult to tell the whole damn story every time somebody asks, how come you don't date? But basically, that's why. So I don't have a life. I sit here in this damn apartment. Uh, Probably gonna die in this apartment eventually, and probably nobody will find me until my rent's past due. That's a sad fucking life. And the one thing that I want to say, um, to this is not two people that are suicidal or two people that want to die. This is to their friends and to their loved ones. When you're talking to somebody that is suicidal, or somebody that wants to end their life, there's a couple of things you just don't do. If you've never been in that situation, even even if you mean well, don't come out and say, "Well, I know how you feel." Well, no, you don't. Unless you've been in the situation, you don't know how they feel. Okay. Uh, Second thing, and people really do think that they're helping, and in their, as far as they're concerned, they are helping you. They're trying to help, but they will tell you, well, try not to think about it. Try to think of something else. All right. Like I say, you have good intentions in saying that you think you're helping, but you're not. It's actually an insult, because if it was that damn easy for me to just think about something else, and well, everybody, if it was that easy for everybody to just think about something else, well, hell, we would all be cured. So it's not that simple. So, I'm not being ugly in saying that, but, just think about what you're saying. Don't tell somebody, well, I know how you feel, if you've never been through that situation. That's like, you know, when your wife has a baby. Don't walk up to your wife after she's had a baby and say, well, I know how you feel. How in the hell do you know how it feels to have a baby? That's how I always make that point. There's no way in hell you could possibly know. I'm sure there's something I've left out. Um, Not too good at making these videos yet, but uh, people watching this video, well, if you're watching this video, you probably need to go get help. There's, and you're not going to get help overnight. You have to find the right doctor that's going to put you on the right combination of medications. You know, for some people, group therapy works. For some people, it don't. But for the love of God and everything that's holy, please go get help. I can't stress that enough. Just Go to a loved one, start talking to somebody, go to a friend, and tell them, say, look, I need help, but I need somebody to help me. Get somebody that will help you through it, somebody that will take you to the hospital, somebody that will, help you out. It's much easier that way. Well, that's all I got to say, and like I said, I just pray to God that this helps somebody, and if that happens, I guess my life is good. Thanks a lot for listening.